your brows still look like this in 2023, I am judging you. There's no reason why your brows should still be looking like this when I am here. So guys, hi, my name is Matilda. I will show you how to achieve this brows. I will show you how to get flawless brows every single time, no matter what. If you're a beginner, this video is perfect for you because I'm going to break everything down and give you the secrets of your Instagram faves. Why their brows always look good. You're going to learn it in this video. So you need to watch this video to find out how to do your brows. So guys, when you want to do your brows, you need to trim off the excess hairs. Now guys, look at how bushy my brows are. Do you expect this brow to come out good? Hairs are just everywhere. It's obviously not going to come out as good as someone that trimmed the excess hairs. So the first thing you need to do to get flawless brows is trim the excess hairs. I will do a dedicated video on how to shave your brows. Really easy, but today we're just going to breeze through it. So guys, I'm going to give you one secret to help your brows look good always. So you see that white line that is always at the top of your brows when you do it, like you cannot clean it off. This is how you avoid that white line. Apply your foundation on your forehead first before you apply your brows. So this is for people that do their brows before they start doing their face. So what you need to do is just apply the foundation on your forehead. And when you apply the foundation on the forehead, you're going to see a difference. So let's do it. Just take a little foundation, apply it on your forehead with your beauty blender. If you're the type of person that does your brows first before your face, you don't have to now start trying to walk around the brows when you're applying your foundation because you've already done the foundation on your forehead. So it's going to make your life so much easier. You can even go a step further and add your skin tone powder and just use that to powder up around your brows. Now our brows are ready to be drawn. The first thing you need to do is take your spoolie and just brush up your hairs. So if you had shaved your brows, you would see that this step would be so much easier for you. But if you didn't shave it, don't worry, I still got you. You're still going to be able to draw good brows. First thing you need to do is brush the hairs up with a spoolie like this. This would allow you to see your brows really well and make drawing it so much easier for you. So you need to decide what type of tool you want to use for your brows. Do you want to use a brow pencil, a brow pomade, whatever type of brow tool you need? For the purpose of today's video, I'm going to be using my brow pencil because that is what most people use and is what is accessible. Now when you want to use your brow pencil, make sure your brow pencil is sharp. This is not going to cut it. Like, it's literally going to ruin your brows and you're going to be asking yourself, what did I do wrong? Well, what you did wrong is you applied your brows with a blunt pencil and you do not want that. When you want to draw your brows, make sure your pencil is sharp. Sharpen those pencils because that sharpness is what's going to help your life and make your brows look sharp. Look at the brow pencil. It needs to be really sharp. If you can even get the brow pencil to be sharper than this, better for you and me. So now the brows are done, you need to know your arc. It's very important you know your arc. Put your pencil diagonally and define where your arc is. So you see where this is? Just make a dot. This is where your arc is. The front of your brows and the edge. So now you know where the arc of your brows are. That's where you want to start the tracing. So you start from the middle of the brows. Now you need to draw the arc. Trace it using your natural brows. Don't try to copy anyone's brows because that's where you start having errors. You want your brows to look like the next person, but your brow shapes are different. So follow your brow shape and you can never go wrong with that. So start out with the arc and just start tracing it to the tip of the brows where you marked. Okay, then you start going to the front. Now when you're drawing your brows, make sure you're using light strokes. Don't be too harsh because once you are too harsh, you can never go back. You literally can never go back. But once you're doing it light, you can be able to fill it to your desired color or the way you want it to be. Me, I like dark brows, but I'm not going to do dark brows because not a lot of people like dark brows, so I understand. Next up, we're going to draw the brows at the front. Just trace it. Mm. Can you see? Can you see this? This is how you want your brows to look. Once this bottom is drawn, once the bottom is looking like this, just know that there's no way your brows can flop. Your brows can never flop once you get this step. This is the most important step. Your brows are in safe hands. Trust me on that. Now we've gotten our brows looking like this. We're going to bring the brow hairs down just a bit, especially at this arc. You see this arc? This arc is what makes or breaks your brows. Make sure your pencil is always sharpened at all times. Don't use blunt pencil. You see this pencil? You see how sharp it is? Yes, this is how you want it to be, or even sharper. So now we'll go start again for the arc. This time we're going to move the pencil a bit up and just trace it. Start to draw it a bit one by one. Now, as you're drawing it, make sure you're drawing it down. You want the tail to be thin. So just draw it down. Voila! You're getting somewhere. You see the brows? They look good. If you want it to be bigger, you can now start adding more to this arc right here. But don't go overboard. Don't go overboard. Once you just get the perfect arc, just leave it like that. You don't want to spoil anything for yourself. You can now draw the front. The outline of our brows are done. The next thing you need to do is fill in your brows. Again, you want the brow pencil to be sharp. You already have hairs, just fill in the places that there are no hairs on your brows. If you want your brows to not look too dark, but if you want it to be dark, then you can now add more eyebrow pencil. So you just draw it up. Just be dragging it up. Dragging it up. You can use your spoolie to just be brushing the hair so you can see where needs to be filled, because if you are not brushing it, you will not even know that you have filled almost everywhere in your brows. And use light strokes. Don't hold the brush here. You're not writing on the chalkboard. Hold it here, because when you hold it here, it will make your strokes really light and very feathery. Because once you hold it here, you'll be adding too much pressure on your brows and you see that the brows will start looking really blocky. But when you hold it here like this, you're not able to draw really light strokes. So you see my brows look good even without concealer. That is the goal. Concealer is just an added thing. You don't need to be adding concealer every time you do your brows. But concealer is to just give you that highlighted look or to correct any mistakes. But if your brows already look good, sometimes you don't even need concealer. If you're rushing now, you now start thinking of how you want to start using concealer to clean up your brows. Once your brows look like this, you're good to go. Next up is concealer. Now, when you're drawing your brows, that is not the time to start using white concealer. Just use a concealer that is just a little bit lighter than your skin tone. Don't go and be using white concealer. Don't go and use concealer that is 5 shades lighter than your skin tone. It's not going to look nice. That's when you start having those blocky effects and you don't want that. So get a concealer that is close to your skin tone. For me, I'll be using my LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Medium Beige. Next thing you need is a really thin brush. You need a really thin brush for this step, because if your brush is too fluffy and it's too, it's not as thin as this, you're not going to get that sharp line that you want, because when the brows are sharp, they look more defined and they look more beautiful. So you need to make sure the brush is very thin. If the brush is not thin enough, do the brush like this. Or you're going to get something really thin. To take your concealer, don't take too much. Just take a little bit to cover up the whole brush. Let's not be too much, because if it's too much, you're going to spoil everything. So you're going to start with the arc again. Remember, you draw the arc. Just trace the brows. Just draw a bottom. Don't try to change the shape of the brows again. All you just need to do is just trace the bottom. Follow the bottom. Take your time with this step. Don't rush this step. Don't rush. I don't care if you're a pro or not. Don't rush this step. I'm begging you, please. The next thing you need to do is just apply from the front. At the front, you don't need to apply too much concealer. I don't want to see concealer very light in front of your brow. Don't do that. Don't put too much concealer. Even better, use a foundation. that is your skin tone for the front of the brows. But I'm a pro, so I don't need to do that. Trying to say so myself. The brows look really good. Now we're just going to drag the concealer down to blend it. When you have dragged it down, all you just have to do is just blend the concealer to your eyes. Then use your fingers and just tap it in. And you can use the concealer as your primer for your eyes, your eyeshadow primer. Now, was that so hard? If you want my expert advice, I will not advise you to draw concealer at the top of your brows or foundation at the top of your brows, because once you do that, that is when you start having your eyebrows looking like squiggly. It's gonna start looking especially when you're not a pro. Don't even bother. If you follow these steps I use, you don't even need to apply concealer or foundation at the top of your brows because it's already looking really sharp. But if you want to, you like it, you like that look, then you can now go and apply it. For me, I'm not really a fan of it, so I don't even bother. This, I love it a lot. What do you guys think in the comment section? The thing you need to know about your brows is brows are sisters, not twins. Even your natural brows that God gave you, they are not even the same. So why are you trying to make your brows look the same? Leave it the way it is. Brows are sisters, they're not twins. They don't need to be twins. Don't kill yourself. Do the best you can and leave the rest for God. After you're done with your brows, let me give you the secret your favorite Instagram makeup guru uses. Using a lighter shade to set on your brow bone. Now this changes your eyebrows and takes it from a 10 to a 20. Take a flat brush, apply a shade lighter than your normal skin tone from your eyeshadow, or it could be from your contour palette. Guys, follow me along. Now, once you take a little bit of that color on your eyeshadow brush, all you just have to do is set your brow bone. Now, note I said your brow bone, this arc is so important. The arc is so important to your brows. Once you can get the arc, once you can hack the arc, guys, your brows will never be the same. Don't add the eyeshadow at the front. Don't add it at the tail. Just the arc. You're setting the concealer. So the concealer will not move throughout the day, and it will also define your brows even more and give you that bold, sharp look that you need. Now, after the arc, what you need to do is take a skin tone powder. So I'll be using this shade right here from my Ezekiel Cosmetics palette, and I will also mix it with my Milani compact powder, and I'll just use that and set the front. This is really gonna elevate your game, and people will start asking you, who did your makeup? Did you go and learn makeup? No, you learned makeup from Mathildaduku, the boss, the queen of makeup. So guys, I'm a little conflicted. I don't know if I should leave my look like this or I should add a little bit of gloss. What do you guys think? Is it okay like this or I should add gloss? Okay, let me add gloss. So I'm going to be using my Pixie Beauty Volumizing Lip Balm. Guys, I love this lip gloss a lot. It's just so juicy and looks really good. You can never go wrong with this gloss right here. Yeah, I think gloss wins. What do you guys think? Gloss or no gloss? Gloss wins definitely. And this is the final look, guys. I look so beautiful, I can't even lie. These are the brows. Were they not so easy to do? Like, I want you guys, I'm challenging you to follow this tutorial. Like, people always say, I don't know how to do makeup. Now, follow the tutorial. Follow it step by step. Do everything. And if you follow this makeup one by one, step by step, and your eyebrows still don't look good, let me know in the comment section. We should have a talk, because I'm guaranteeing you, if you follow this makeup tutorial, your brows would always look good every single time. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see me outside of YouTube, you can check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, or Mathildaduku. I didn't even say TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. If you want to see me outside of YouTube, yeah, check me out there. If you guys want any video, leave your video request in the comment section below. Oh, yeah, it looks so beautiful. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. So guys, bye.